Good morning, live viewers. This is Taz and Dawn, and a lovely morning here in Birmingham, and we are going to be out doing a walk for you today. So welcome. We'll give it a few minutes for our viewers to join, and then we can introduce what we'll be doing today. But as we wait and when people are coming on, please remember you can share the video quite easily by hitting the share button at the bottom of the screen. That will go to all your Facebook followers. Make sure you are sending it to your family and friends. It's really great to learn about this walk today right on our doorstep here in Birmingham. And we're out, we're doing some physical activity as well, which is always good. It's been a beautiful morning so far, and we've got here nice and safely. So welcome to our live viewers, and welcome to everyone at the Active Wellbeing Society as well. And let's introduce what we're doing. I can see the numbers are going up. So I'm Taz with the Active Wellbeing Society's Big Run project. As you know, I do these weekly sensory walks and walks around with partners, and we learn about some of the history and heritage on our doorsteps and how we can connect to green spaces for our well-being. And today we're all about learning about well, it's a bus walking route, isn't it? So we're going to learn about this. We're at Spring House today, and we're on Old Walsall Road, Spring House. But I'm just going to introduce it to my guest, who will explain more about what we're doing. So I'll be turning the camera now.
Hi, I'm Dawn Carr, and I'm from Black Heritage Walks Network. And what I'm going to show you today is our walking bus tour. So I'm sure you all know that the Commonwealth Games is coming to Birmingham, in particular the Perry Bar area. So what we've been doing is working with residents to support them with their walking, but also to develop a really pleasant walking bus tour, so that when people visit the the games, or whether they're residents or whether they're from outside of Birmingham, instead of having to take their car, struggle with parking, or if they don't have a bicycle or anything like that, they can just walk it. So I'm going to show you this walking bus tour this morning.
Brilliant, thank you, Dawn. We're just going to show you some of the planters here at this lovely gardening project that they've got set up at the Spring House. And as you can see, this is a well thought out, well designed garden space that we've created in this very urban area.
So we've got two different heights. So we've got a very a kind of standing height here, which is great for planting. They've got a lower height for wheelchairs. Like for wheelchairs, so this is perfect for wheelchair users. It's a bit snowy today, but you can just come and sit down here on the bench and just enjoy the beautiful garden once it comes up in springtime. And I was saying to Taz, we're in the middle of, I don't know if you can see, we're in the middle of a petrol station. There's industrial units going down the road, all the way down here. But in the middle of all this urban stuff, there's this this kind of haven of beauty in the middle of it, and this has been really well done. I think this is for not just for the residents here at Spring Housing, but for everybody in the area, so it's lovely.
Brilliant, thank you, Dawn. So if you haven't been here, come and see this garden space here and explore it. So we're going to hopefully show you, and then you can retrace these steps that we're doing today. So we are at Spring House, and welcome everyone. Hi Thomas, hi Lulu. Welcome to all our live viewers. We're at number 22, Old Walsall Road, and inside there you can see...
This is a hub.
You can see that Spring Housing sign inside there.
Yeah. So for people who don't know what Spring Housing is, it is a housing association, but they also have a community hub here when we're not in quarantine. And at the hub they do lots of activities, the gardening as we've just seen, IT activities, digital marketing, social media, how to do podcasts. They do, food, well-being, any project that's here. And it is open to their residents, but also to the wider community here in the Hampstead area. So I just wanted to point that out. With the housing there, I think it's general purpose housing, so they're single units for single people who could be quite vulnerable. So these are people who maybe became homeless, or become single parents, or from prison or something like that. And so they're like very useful units for single people in need of housing, and we need more projects like this. So if you know anybody who needs support, get them to contact Spring Housing. But if you just want to, take part in the community activities, they've got lots going on online at the moment. So the Facebook page is called Spring 22 Community Hub. I'll say it again, Spring 22 Community Hub. Join that Facebook group and join in all the activities that are taking place online at the moment.
Brilliant, that's great. So just like many other providers, lots of online activities are happening. Please do share it. We share on others. We've got our own, but we do share our community partners. So anything that's suitable for you, please do try it from home. So we're just walking up to the Hampstead train station.
Hampstead train station at the moment. So as I said, it's a very urban walk today, but we are going to see some real pockets of beauty on the way. And it's just going to show just how easy it is to walk and get active in your own neighbourhood. There's so much to explore. Here's the station here. So, don't know if you can see the station sign.
Yeah, there's the station sign.
So the station's here. It's a direct line to Birmingham and a direct line to Walsall. So again, for visitors coming to the city to come to the games, the Commonwealth Games, they can catch a train from New Street, or if they're at the other end, Walsall. It kind of connects up to the whole network. I think sometimes you've got a line that goes all the way down to Birmingham International as well. So they can come directly here and then just walk it to the stadium. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to walk to the stadium.
Brilliant. So it's always good to get out and do the walk, if you can prevent car journeys, please do that. That's what we're encouraging more and more.
Yeah, so it's just about keeping active. And I would envisage, I've been to lots of games in London. I went to the London 2012 Olympics Games and various other ones. And I would imagine most of these roads are going to be blocked off anyway. Mm-hmm. So there'll be limited access for cars to drive down these roads. So it's important to get to know the walking route if you want to be able to get there on time, enjoy the games. Whether it will be still a spectators game, I don't know. I think there may be limited tickets. But what I do know is when I went to the Olympics, they had fan zones in the local parks, and we're going to see one of the parks at the moment, Perry Hall Park. That's where they had fan zones, where they had the screens up and people could, watch the games. And for me, fan zones are a lot better, they're a lot more fun. So like when you're stuck in the stadium, you're stuck in your seat, you have to queue to go and get a drink and queue to get to the toilet, and it's like you're stuck there in your space. But at a fan zone, people are like lively, they can move around, you have great conversations with people. It's a great day out when you go to a fan zone. So I think that's that's a better option basically if you can't get a ticket for the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah. So I've been to a few events, and I was fortunate enough to go to the Olympics as well, but for a few events I managed to get tickets for, and it was a great experience, lovely experience.
Yeah.
And we have to do a lot of walking on that day, so it's good.
You do.
Good to be able to be fit. And as we're talking about fitness, we're reaching the hill here. If I turn the camera, so we are going to walk up this hill, guys. And this is our brisk walk, but it's our health and stealth walk, So we're really going to learn about our fitness here. Our heart and lungs are going to be working. I'm going to try and talk as we walk, so apologies if we go quiet for a few seconds. So let's have a look who's joined us.
We'll kind of like do a tandem. I'll do some talking, you can stop, and then
you
can do some talking.
So Thomas is online, David is online, Ansa's online. Thank you for joining us, guys, and keep with us. We're going to go and explore some of the areas around here. We're going to go towards the park as well, maybe talk about some of the heritage here in this part of Birmingham.
Yes, definitely. We are Black Heritage Walks Network, and there is quite a lot of heritage in the Perry Bar area, which I'll discuss as we go along. Mainly a lot of the black community settled here, and they're settled here because there used to be a bus station in Perry Bar, so a lot of people were bus drivers, so it was easy access for them to get to work, walking it as well to the bus station. Obviously, there are a lot of athletes who settle here because of the stadium. There's various different communities that are settled in the Perry Bar area. Oh, I'm getting out of breath now.
Yeah, I think we're going to just concentrate on this little incline, steep incline, while we walk. So if you guys are out on your walk, enjoying your walk this morning, have you been out today, Thomas, David? Been out for your walk? Answer. Let us know where you've been, what kind of sights you saw out this morning. I bet it was absolutely beautiful with the dusting of light snow we've had overnight. I managed to get out yesterday as well. Did a lovely walk at Perry Hall Park, so I can share that little video I made so that you can retrace the routes if you want to walk through the park as well. So that's another option for you.
So we're nearly there.
We're nearly at the top of the hill. So just to show you behind Dawn, look at the lovely view behind Dawn. And you see the housing and the view. Good, we'll keep walking. Right, let's go. It's warm, Dawn.
Oh, it has, hasn't it? And that's the beauty of it, because you work that hard up, and now we're going to be burning more calories as we're walking around.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're coming to this first roundabout here.
So I'm going to walk down this way, which is Dorrington Road.
Okay, so Dorrington Road. So all we've done is Rocky Lane. We've gone up Rocky Lane, first right onto Dorrington Road. Here we go, Dorrington Road. Ah, nice downhill section. Get our breath back.
I know. So the reason why I chose Dorrington Road is because there's a school here. So we'll go past the school.
Yeah.
And again, with this project, we just want to work with schools and parents to show them just how easy it is to walk.
Yeah, I can see the school ahead now.
Yeah.
And
it's closed at the moment.
you can see, once we get round this corner, a bit of the Birmingham skyline as well, look.
Oh yeah.
Do you recognise any of those buildings ahead, guys? It's nice, I didn't know you could see the skyline from this section here.
Oh, you can tell this coronavirus is having these effects because
Streets
I'm losing my
quiet.
fitness.
Yeah, oh, your
Usually
fitness.
I'd like walk this.
Yeah, Dawn, you're super fit normally.
Definitely. I need to get out more. Definitely.
Well, we can partner up for that Sandover Valley walk. Yeah.
definitely.
We'll go and
Definitely
explore
do
the
that
Sandover
one.
Valley one day.
So when I was at Spring Housing, the other reason why I was there is because what we're going to be doing is working with those general needs residents to build new walk leaders. So they'll be helping us with this walk that we're doing now and encouraging the community, supporting people like parents and children, to do healthy walks once everything's back to normal. I mean, usually walks are quite safe in this environment, in this, this pandemic. So the more walk leaders we can have, it can't always just be me and Taz, can it?
No, we can't get everywhere,
We
unfortunately.
can't be everywhere, unfortunately. So it's a really good project that we're going to be doing with Spring Housing to develop new walk leaders and hopefully engage with the school.
So this is Dorrington Academy.
Yeah. So at Black Heritage Walks Network, we do actually go into schools and we do heritage programs about Black heritage and other Birmingham heritage as well. And what we often do is we start off with a three-part.
I just want to show these lovely pictures behind you. Look,
Oh yeah.
that's your school
Exactly.
children.
Can you see the heritage there?
Yeah, the heritage.
Like Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders caps on. Very into sports and physical activity, which is good to see.
Quite a mixed school as well. I think it's reflective of the local area.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice school. So as I said, we go into schools and we do heritage programs. And as part of it, we do a three-part course. So we go into the school, we talk about what is Black heritage, and then we kind of do another project where we look at the area on a map and look at the heritage spots on a map. So that's the second lesson. And then we take them out on a walk. So this is the kind of walk we will take them out on, just so they can explore what they've learned, you know, in terms of history, in terms of maths, and you know, they really find it really engaging and really exciting. And you know, somebody asked me, what's the demographics of the walks that you do? And people always think it's going to be middle-aged, middle-class, white people who are going on walks. But believe you me, I had more young people engage with our walks than any other group. So, and these are urban young people. So, you know, young people do want to walk. You just got to make it engaging for them.
That's great, Dawn, and we need to learn lessons from yourselves and other organisations that are out getting out people out walking to change the demographic of the walking groups, you know. And so it's all inclusive and all abilities and everyone's welcome, because walking is beneficial for all. And it's the most easiest way of getting out, enjoying, getting a bit fitter. You don't need any gym memberships, you just need a good pair of walking shoes and sensible clothing to be suitable for the day.
Absolutely.
And that's it. Yeah.
I mean, like myself, I'm over 50, I don't go to a gym, and alright, I'm not like a size 10. I mean, when I do take off all this outer clothing, you know, I'm relatively fit, but all I ever do is walk. That's how I keep fit. So, you know, that's the best way to go about it. It's easier on the joints, it keeps the heart rate going, keeps you fit, and you only need to do 30 minutes every day. That's all you need to do to stay fit and healthy.
That's right, 30 minutes a day keeps the doctor away. Yeah, so 30 minutes of, like, I'd say mild to moderate exercise or walking is fantastic. A brisk walk, 30 minutes will set you up for the day. So we're crossing here.
So have you been in this area before?
I have, yes, I have been in the area before, and I've walked along some of these streets, so I do know parts of it. I love the way you can access the park from many different directions. So the Hampstead direction, the Parvaz direction, the housing from, you know, the Hampstead housing estate as well. It's just easy access. So you're going to show us a little cut through, ain't you?
Quite a safe walking bus route. So as you can see, so far we've kept it quite safe. It's up the hill. We went down by the school. It's a well-lit road, whether it's like daytime or night time. So we're not using any back routes. We are going to be going through the park. Obviously the park would be dark at night, but you can just go straight down the road if you want to do that. So it's a safe route. So we're coming up to what's called Parvaz Methodist Church.
Oh yes, So you can see the Methodist Church behind Dawn,
which is an ugly 70s building. You know, it's not a very attractive building.
So this is on the corner of Lavenden Road, and there's a church behind, the Perry Hall Methodist Church, where Dawn's going to explain some of the heritage here as well, and the history.
I mean, there's quite a few of the black community who go to Perry Hall Methodist Church, but the Methodist Church in general, as a denomination of Christianity, is very, very significant with the black community. There was a huge Methodist movement that went to the Caribbean. It was Methodist evangelicals that were supported the abolitionary of slavery as well. And you know, when you go to the Caribbean, there will be, you know, a huge Methodist movement out there. So it's quite significant to the black community.
So Minister Deborah Humphreys, Reverend, there's a telephone number here, and I don't know if these
lots of community activities.
Lots of activities, but not sure if they're currently open because of the COVID situation. But you can always check their information out by giving them a call.
And can you see that Christmas tree still there?
Yeah, still there, and there's handprints there from the children, I presume, that have made that. That's wonderful.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Lovely grounds as well. So, you know, like we always talk about green spaces, pockets, and we showed you one earlier in an urban space where we created some They've created growing planters, and here's another space right outside the lovely
this
Methodist
is
church.
beautiful in the summer. It's
Absolutely.
absolutely beautiful. It's well kept, well looked after by the community, and again, it's like a little green haven in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we just got to cling on to these green spaces and make them our own and take ownership and reclaim some spaces like we've done, so that we can grow our own and show the children the importance of that as well.
Yeah.
I know that I've done walks in the past, and people from Afro-Caribbean origin are really into growing and eating healthy and organic, and so it's really good that you've got that, and now you're incorporating the walks into it as well. So it's a holistic approach, isn't it, to your well-being?
Okay, so, like I said, if it was daytime, we'd just carry on walking straight down there, and that would take you to the stadium.
Straight across.
But we're going to go through the park. We're going to go the scenic routes.
Yeah, so just be careful. We're going down this little steep bit, just in case there's any ice patches that are built overnight. But seems okay so far.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, I'm just going to stop to check. We've got any comments? Yeah, and say spring housing. Good morning, David. Great job, thank you. Oh, sorry. Apologies for any connection errors. Okay. Jazz festival nearby at St. Mary's Church. Thank you for sharing that, David. Lovely. Keep those comments coming. Thank you. I'm just going to concentrate on this bit because I'm walking down and try and catch up with Dawn as she walks into the lovely Perry Hall Park through this entrance. And like we said, there's lots of different entrances and exits for the Perry Hall Park, and then you cross over Alexander Stadium, you've got Perry Park. So you've got these two great green spaces just split by one main road really, and we're going to come and show you some of that as well. Please do. I've done this through running. We did a run event called the Great Long Run a few years ago, and we were running around loops from the Alexander Stadium around into the park and back. So I have been through this gate once before, so I do remember it, but I didn't come through this gate yesterday when I was out on my walk. So it's good to have this fresh knowledge of, okay, we've got this space and we've got this track here as well, haven't we?
Yes. So there's like a little track that's here for your kind of BMX bikes.
BMX bikes and stuff on this side.
Are you okay to walk over the...
Yeah, I'm fine. I've got the suitable footwear. That's another thing we mentioned is coming out. So I've got my waterproof on. You've got your big snow boots on. We're well prepared. We were expecting it to be a lot worse than this. Actually, it is. Now look at this. If we stop for a moment, I just want to show Dawn behind Dawn there. Look at that view, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to Taz, every time we've done these walks together, it doesn't matter what season we're in, we always seem to get the sun, don't we?
Absolutely. I think you're blessed, Dawn, with your name as well. So you are blessed. We've got some lovely weather. So just behind there, you can see the bridge. I came to that bridge yesterday and made a little video. So I will share that link to this actually. I'll tag it in later.
Yeah,
so those who are watching, I'll share the video.
The relationship.
Yeah, so this is the opposite direction of where we started. So I walked from here to Spring House and then back, but we're doing the Spring House to here, so we're doing the opposite direction. But yeah, do check that out because that's cutting through and walking along the River Tame, which is where we're coming alongside shortly. Yeah, and the River Tame.
And again, I mean, when it's the summer and we've got visitors coming to the city, or even residents here, and the games are on in 2022, what a lovely space to come and have a picnic, or just to go for a walk with a dog or anything like that. I mean, it's lovely. They've got a little football. They've got football
goals there,
goal
kick
there,
about.
Yeah, so it's got a little patch there.
Like so, the river is absolutely stunning. If you can walk alongside the River Tame walkway, which I did yesterday, and I'll share you some of the video and pictures I took. It's absolutely beautiful. It was a day like this, the sun was out and it was absolutely crisp morning. So yep, now we're walking through this path which is going towards the moat area of Perry Hall Park and the main car park area. So it does get a bit muddy on this path. Yeah, so make sure you've got suitable footwear. You don't mind it getting a bit muddy and wet. I don't mind, it's all part of the fun. Sometimes you see the real beauty when you go off the beaten track and you find these lovely little paths and natural lines that have been created by walkers, and you get to see parts of the park that you may not see from the main path.
Yeah. I mean, ordinarily, like I said, where that bridge is, that would have been the perfect place to come up. But because of the weather and safety, we've just made it this route for now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's many different ways, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a bridge there. If you follow that,
Yeah.
you have to go down some steps and then underneath a bridge. Sometimes that gets a bit flooded.
It does, yeah.
So it's good that you made it more accessible this way.
Yes, I mean,
all
I think this
throughout
is
the
a
year,
safer route.
yeah.
There's many different ways, but we just wanted to have a safe route that people could use should they want to walk to the stadium, you know, when the games come. And this, you know, after a lot of research and a lot of testing out, this seemed to be the safest route. We're just piloting this route with you, Taz.
Okay.
So
Guinea pig me.
I bet you didn't even start your Strava, did you? I bet you didn't.
I did.
Oh, you did.
I
Brilliant.
always start my Strava, so
Yes.
we'll have a Strava map for you later.
Brilliant, that's great. So we're just testing this route, and to test it in this weather is perfect because it seems to be working, you know, as a route. And hopefully, like I said, we'll submit this as, you know, a walk that could be part of the, you know, the wider activities for United by Birmingham 2022. So we're registered as an organisation with United by Birmingham 2022, which is the community project associated with the Birmingham Commonwealth Games 2022. So we was looking to get approved as a project. So we will be offering this walking bus route for any community. It doesn't have to be the black community, but yeah, this is what we'll be running during the Commonwealth Games. Here's the lake.
I just want to stop here and pause because you can see behind, well, you can see the Dawn's looking in the same direction.
Yeah.
You see the glistening of the water, the River Tame there, cutting through this wonderful park.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely
And you wouldn't
stunning.
think this is here, would you?
No. Those who haven't been here, please do come out, look at this beauty. Right on your doorstep, guys. It's not far, it's just here locally in Birmingham, Perry Hall Park. Google it, find the entrance, park up, or come, like we said, if you live local, it's all about walking here and using and retracing these steps. And come down to the riverside if it's safe to do so, where make sure your children are supervised at all time. Adults are here. It is a path on the other side, and you can cross over from the bridge that we pointed out earlier. You do see a heron or two on the river. I've seen them when I've been out on my walk. Lots of different wildlife and birds here, and you can hear the bird song through the trees here in just this section here. And then earlier in the summer I did a lovely video with the Friends of Perry Hall Park group, and we cut through this path as well that Dawn's going through. So if you want to look back at the video I did in June, July, I think it was, last year, on the Active Wellbeing Society page, all the sensory walks I've done are still there for you to enjoy and play back and watch and retrace the steps. And if you do retrace these steps or any of the videos that we've done, let us know in the feedback in the comment section what you thought of the video and what you thought of the route and any improvements, anything, you know, that you'd like us to do. So it's all about being interactive, guys, and we can't get you out face to face, but we can get videos like this out to you to keep that interaction going.
Yeah.
Oh, my watch is buzzed.
We're piloting this, so we would like some feedback on this walk. But you know, we think this is the best route from Hampstead Station down to the stadium when we get there. How are we doing for time?
We're doing great because it's now 10:30. We've covered 1 mile. My watch is just buzzed.
That's
so
brilliant.
Good to know. To the park here is 1 mile, just towards the main kind of entrance at the Perry Hall Park.
And as I said, even if you don't go to the stadium, there's a scheme called the Daily Mile. So you know that if you live in the Hampstead area and you're anywhere near Hampstead Village, the station, Spring Housing, if you just walk here to Perry Hall Park, that's your mile.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's your exercise for the day. So it's quite easily done. It's a nice destination to come to. Just
What a
stand there
wonderful
by
destination.
by
And
the river.
if you go down by the moat, which we're heading towards now as well,
Yeah.
and you learn, there's some information boards and there's this lovely ranger's hut with some
Yeah.
wonderful drawings on pictures. So if you come and see that, the children will love it. And being by the moat, you've got the ducks and the geese, so you can see the ducks, geese,
There's so
swans.
much to see here, so much, and I think it's one of those undiscovered parks in Birmingham
Yeah.
that needs to be used a lot more.
So just behind, in front of Dawn here, you've got a sensory garden now. I had the pleasure of walking through that on a guided tour last year when I did the video. So it's like a little Scandinavian garden.
Yeah, you'll have to put the link to that as well.
I'll put the link to that as well.
Yeah.
So you can learn about the history of the park. And we had a representative from the Friends of Perry Hall Park join me on that walk, and it was wonderful to learn about all the great work that the volunteers do here to maintain this space for us to enjoy and come and visit.
Really good.
Yeah, so the main entrance is through there. There's a
Yeah.
lovely little garden space you cut through, and it's wonderful. And now we're coming out to the Rangers hut I mentioned earlier, where
And the car
the
park.
moat is and the
So
car
for the
park.
lazy people, if you do want to drive here, there is a perfectly good car park to drive into.
And look at this, some of this artwork here on the Rangers hut. See that?
Beautiful, isn't it?
Wonderful, wonderful. Whoever's created this beautiful artwork along here.
I want to take a photograph of this actually.
Yeah, there's a swan on this side as well. That is lovely. So just on the corner here. There we go. There's the swan. How are you enjoying that, Gary? Hi, Gary. You all right? Missing you on our walk today, Gary. Hopefully, once group activity is allowed to restart, we can invite you all back out from Black Heritage Walks Network. Lovely space here as well for you to enjoy for your well-being. And then the entrance for this garden space is just here. It's been closed off but because of COVID safety, but you can find out when this is back open again and come and see some of this garden here. It's been really well maintained and looked after. You can see already here. Okay,
Brilliant.
we're going to cut through, just show you. There's an information board, if you don't mind me coming and showing them. Just there, so people can learn more about this park. And I noticed and I read it, it's got really good information about what used to be here. So this is the moat area, guys, of the park. Just be careful, it is a road as well, cars coming through. So here is a lovely board with lots of information about the history. Now, did you know that there was a wonderful house here like this, just like the Aston Hall almost, that used to be here, and that used to be just here on the grounds where the moat is. And look at that lovely moat. The ducks, the geese, the swans. It's absolutely stunning. You can just come here and sit, find a bench here and just, escape from everything, escape from your worries, come out, sit, enjoy this lovely green space here.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning.
And this park
And just
is
a mile away. Can you imagine?
a
That's
mile,
just a mile
away from your housing. Yeah. So absolutely everything's accessible. You just need a good pair of shoes and you got the will to get out and explore. Yeah. And this is a green flag status park as well, so there's the flag up here. So thank you for all the volunteers and the Birmingham City Council, everyone who takes pride in this park to been given a green flag status, one of our premier parks in Birmingham as well. And here's the information board for Perry Hall Park and playing fields. So if you want to call, there's a number there for the Parks Department to learn more about what goes on here. So we're not going to cut through because you can carry on along the River Thames. Yeah, you can go towards the one-stop shopping centre through the Japanese garden bit here. And there's a little children's play area. So there's so much to see further on. But unfortunately for today's video, we're going to cut through and show you, continue on the walking tour, yeah?
Yes. So far, we've gone up Rocky Lane, down Darrington Road, past the school. We just came back by the Methodist Church and took a little cut through to go through the park, and now we're on Derry Down Road. So we'll just walk to the end of Derry Down Road, and that's where we'll come to the main Walsall Road.
Yeah.
So that was, again, when we were putting this walk together, this seemed like the safest way, crossing wise, for people to cross the road to go to the stadium, if that's what they want to do.
Yeah, so this is Derry Down, and where it meets Perry Avenue, and we're going to walk along Perry Avenue now to the Walsall Road, and there's a safe crossing point. There's lights there, and a crossing point that will then take us onto the other side where it's Perry Park and the Alexander Stadium.
So that hasn't taken very long, has it?
No, not really. No, we've stopped and we've talked as well. So you could have done it quicker than what we've done it in, and we've been going for 36 minutes on our video at the moment, but that's fine because we could have probably done it in 30.
Absolutely. And when you go into the event, if you could be stuck in traffic for that long, for 30 minutes.
Yes.
Just trying to get there. So it's best to just leave the car at home, catch the train, get to Hampstead Station, and then just walk over. So easy and enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's everyone got planned? Everyone watching? Are you looking forward to the Commonwealth Games coming to our city? What are your thoughts about them? Would you be volunteering at the Commonwealth Games? Would you want to get involved in any of the work that we're doing with the walking? Want to be in touch with Dawn, Black Heritage Walks Network, Spring Housing? Let us know your thoughts in the comments as well.
So as I said, I timed this, at a good, stretch. Walking at a normal pace is about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And we've actually stopped and we've been talking and looking at the sites. You don't have to walk the whole thing in 45 minutes. You can do it in small doses and stop, have a look at the scenery, have a look at the lake or the river, and take it all in, and then walk a little bit more. And then your steps build up as you go along.
So we're Perry Avenue, where the crossing point is. There's a Walsall Road.
And again, we think that this crossing here is the safest one.
Yeah.
There is another set of lights there, but it's not as regulated as this one.
Yes, so when I've come across with my running group and we've cut through these parks, we've used this crossing point as well.
Yeah, this is the best one.
So it is a busy road, so you have to be very careful if you bring the children, and just do not attempt to cross this road without coming to this crossing point, really.
Absolutely, yeah. I really suggest you use this one and not the other one. Yeah, you might be tempted to, but that one hasn't got the pedestrian crossing.
So just behind, in front, you can see some of the work that's going on to the stadium. So it's being built at the moment. There's wonderful design and artist impressions that you can see online. Find that as well and have a look and see what it's going to look like. It's going to be absolutely amazing to have this here in Birmingham.
So you can imagine, you could walk a whole community or school children, anybody on this route as a walking bus tour. When we run a walking bus tour, we make sure that we're a bit like Taz, high vis,
safety comes first.
Safety comes first, absolutely.
Safety is
so
paramount.
Make sure everybody's got like high vis on them and stuff like that. But
we can cross now.
Yeah. So ordinarily, I would walk across the park, but it's going to be a bit boggy today because of the bad weather that we've had. But I don't know if you can pan in. There's like a little children's play park there.
I'll do that now. So just as we're walking towards the children's play park there, and there used to be a car park here. I think it's still accessible.
A bit of a park. We're not going to go that way.
Yeah, we're going to go cut through.
But like I said, again, we said you can walk in small bits and like stop, put the children on the play park, have a little play, and then carry on walking to the on the rest of the loop. So hopefully we can hear you with that great big fan.
Yeah, so there's
a lot of construction
work
going on here. So you've got the children's play park there, but the real beauty of this area has got to be the allotments.
Oh wow, okay.
So we're not going to go into the allotments, but I just want to kind of showcase that, for those who are interested in growing their own vegetables, or just general gardening in general. I know it's very hard to get an allotment, but the allotments are still here. They're still part of Perry Bar. They're not going. It's still going to be here. They've been here for a long time.
So here's a sign, Walsall Road allotments here. Now I've done some videos at allotment spaces for the sensory walks I've done, and I know the importance of those. It's absolutely brilliant, but I haven't had the pleasure of coming into the Walsall Road allotment, so if anyone watching has a allotment space and you want to invite me in and we can do a walk and talk and show you around, you can show me around the space, that would be great. I'd love to come. And nice to see the flags there. Look, let's go and show that actually.
Oh yeah, go and show it.
Look, the flags from all the nations. Where 22 nationalities garden together in peace. What a wonderful
Beautiful,
sign.
Isn't it?
It's really nice to see. That's one for your picture, for your walk as well, isn't it? Yeah.
I'll take a photograph.
Take a photo of that. And while Dawn's doing that, I'm just going to show you over into the allotments. Some of the space there.
Okay,
so we're on this.
If you don't know, the stadium used to be here. It's been knocked down, so there's a lot of construction going on. So they put a safe path here. So they put this path here for walkers or any visitors to the area. And I've been down this quite a few times when it's been snowing, and it's even safer on this path than it is on like a normal pathway in the snow. So I'm glad that they've done that.
That's good. That's great to know. So
this will
use
be
the
the site for the new stadium, and on the other side that is the Perry Park.
Yeah. So Perry Park over here. You've got the BMX track. You can just see
down the
ahead,
bottom,
at the bottom, and you've got this lovely field here, so you can still enjoy coming to Perry Park and enjoying this for your well-being as well, and bringing the children for play as well.
So I hope everybody does get engaged with the stadium once it's built, because they do want to have far more community activity than they had at the stadium before. So there'll be lots of things for people to come and do at the stadium. It won't just be an elite sports centre for athletes, as the old station had that kind of reputation for just being a bit elitist. This is going to be a lot more of a community hub once it's built.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
That's fantastic for the community. That's community in mind.
And obviously Perry Park has a Friends of group as well, so there's a Friends of Perry Park, and they've got great plans to build a hut here, and I'll show you the kind of area where the hut's going to be. And that hub will be like, again, a place where there's lots of community activities, lots of walking, cycling, outdoors activities which will be developed by the Friends of Perry Park. So we have to follow the route, so cross that way.
Crossing over safely here, looking both directions, because there's lots of construction and lots of things going on here. So you have to be a bit careful.
So you're probably wondering why I'm walking you down here. When the construction's not here, there is a beautiful oasis at the bottom, which we go into, which is a lovely lake. And it's always been there. So once all this is gone and we've got a nice regenerated area, this is going to be a lovely walk for people to go on. So you can imagine taking your children to the playground that's just around the corner, and then coming on this walk past all this community activity that will be going on, and lots of green spaces.
So the new stadium being built there, you can see
all the debris.
Yeah.
Cranes and construction and everything.
And then the old the one stand is remaining.
Yes, that's a back straight stand, which is quite it's quite new compared
It
to
was,
the old
yeah.
building.
Yeah, it was new, and it
Yeah.
was a lovely leisure centre underneath.
Yeah,
that
they've got
was
a
built.
leisure centre, offices, they've got British Athletics offices there,
Yeah.
and Birchfield Harriers are there in that back straight stand over
There
there.
it is, yeah, still
Yeah, so they're
standing.
still
So
there.
that's going to be part of the new stadium now as well.
So from what I gather, the Friends of Perry Park will have their community hub somewhere around here.
Around here, okay.
Yeah,
So this
somewhere.
spot here would
I
be.
can't remember exactly where in the plans, but it is somewhere around here. So you'll have a real community where you've got, you know, the partners of the stadium, which is BCU, Birmingham City Council as well, and also the allotments and the Friends of Perry Park. So a real community going on down here, and it's going to be a lovely place to be. Well, you can see the sign for the fitness centre there. It's still open. Well, it must be, I don't know. Probably not when it's you know, this lockdown, but looks like things are still going on. Oh, there's Dave Black over there. Hi Dave! Yeah, we're doing a walk. Yeah. So he's one of the leaders of the Birmingham City Council.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So hang on, we missed our spot to walk over. Down here.
So please do bear with us. I know we've gone over our 45 minutes,
We're
we're nearly there. This is the
We're
end
nearly
point.
there.
And we're going to show you the wonderful oasis that Dawn mentioned earlier. And who hasn't been and seen this? You know, if you haven't, now's your opportunity to come out and see it. Bring the children, retrace the steps. You know, do what we've done today, or find a place that's easier for you to get here.
Finally, through all this construction, we do get to the end. So, if you were to follow the path all the way around Taz, that will take you to the BMX track.
Yes, I've done this now, so I know this. And you can cycle here, you can
cycle,
jog here.
you can jog.
Yeah, but
And
what we're
it's
coming
a
to
very
the
well cared for path, so it doesn't seem to get boggy or anything like that. So that will take you straight to the BMX park, and you can cycle and walk. But I prefer this spot.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at that view.
Now, in the summer, or spring, summer, autumn, whatever the weather, it's breathtaking. It's so relaxing. I mean, we talk about sensory, we talk about well-being, we talk about everything. To me, this is what well-being is all about.
Yeah, through the urban jungle, you come to the oasis, yeah, and you see this wonderful spot.
Look at that. So behind all that construction, all that urban decay, look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's a bit frozen over today, isn't it?
Yeah. It's been very cold in the last few days, and we do care for all the people out there that don't have a roof over their head. So if there's anyone struggling, please do ask for help. And anyone struggling with food parcels, the Active Wellbeing Society are still delivering food parcels. We've got a wear and share clothing scheme as well, so anyone needs warm winter clothes, get in touch as well. And yeah, please do ask for help. We're a community, we look after one another, and it's all about your well-being, and that's what we're here for. So
Brilliant.
Dawn,
Thank
we've got
you.
here, it's good to know you're under 3 kilometers to this spot.
Yeah?
We've done it in I'd say it's about 15 minutes we've been live,
Yeah.
but you could do it quicker without the stops that we've had.
Yeah, absolutely. So I said it's roughly about 45 minutes, just about 3 kilometres. You know, that's a good walk, keeps your heart going. Thank you for joining us. So this is Black Heritage Walks pilot walking bus tour from Hampstead Village, Hampstead Station to the new stadium in Perry Bar.
Brilliant, thank you, Dawn. Right, back to me, and just to tell you what I'll be doing tomorrow. So thanks for joining us both on this live video. Firstly, thanks for sharing, thanks for all your comments that you've put in the chat. We will have a look at them later as well. My hands were absolutely freezing, so I couldn't read them as often as I would have liked, so apologies. But yeah, I can see some lovely comments there. Thank you. Thanks again to Dawn and Black Heritage Networks. Thanks to all the people that are making Birmingham this wonderful place for us to visit. The Commonwealth Games are going to be exciting times for us, so really looking forward to them as well. I'm back tomorrow on a walk on Zoom. You can find more details about that on the Facebook page. But today we want to say to our Facebook Live viewers, thank you very much for joining us. Take care, have a great day, get out and get that walk in, and let us know how you get on. Take care, bye.